Boy, I'm so tight. Now I don't know who this is. She might be a really, really smart person. I don't know. I'm going to admit to you, I don't know. I don't know who this person is. I'm just going off the strength, and it's time for this talk about. I feel like these are the videos and the kind of videos that women watch. That's really porn. This is y'all. I'm sorry. It's prawn. It's prawn for women. It's corn for women. All right, and because this is fantasy. The reality is, if you want financial freedom, it's going to be a series of investments. It is the only way. A series of investments and acquiring skills and raising the value of your time, which is going to take you 10 years. It takes 10 to 15 years to build a decent career. You have to have at least 10 to 15 years. That's why a lot of people that's successful on YouTube, they weren't people. They're not like Kosh and Not, where it's like, nigga, you've done nothing before, but somehow you did this and you hit big. And shout out to Kosh and Not, but I'm sorry, bro, you too easy to hate on. You young, you short, all right, you skinny, right? All right, got dreads. You used to have dreads. You're too easy to hate on, so therefore I'm going to be hating on you. You know what I'm saying? You know what else? You know what else?
Goddamn, nigga, goddamn. I used to look.
All right, come on now. You lied to me. Don't lie to me. And she lying to you right now. The majority of the people who are going to watch this video, I'm sorry to say this to you. You do not have the time management skills. You do not have the people skills. You do not have the compassion. You do not have the communication skills. These are all things that are non-negotiables if you want to be an entrepreneur. You don't have any of these in this shit, and you're gonna watch this kind of video and say, you know what? I need to go to my job and get him a crappy ass attitude. Let her talk. Treat your more. Another thing too is y'all think they be kicking some knowledge because they using metaphors, or it sound like a metaphor. What are you talking about? She's going to compare treating a job like a lease versus a mortgage. It's supposed to be about investment and your willingness to move forward and whatnot. But the thing is this: knowing when to leave a job, knowing when to make certain moves, it has to be very calculated. Most of you watching these kind of videos are going to watch this video and make an emotional decision. You're not actually going to plan it. Even in my job, right? I've had so many conversations with people who talk about, hey, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to lead this job. Don't get me wrong. If you have a better long-term opportunity, most definitely. If you have a life-changing opportunity, most definitely. But most people, that's not what's going on, right? And also, you don't have 2 or 3 years of income saved up. Or even for your expenses. You don't have 2 or 3 years of income to cover your expenses until you get on your feet, or should shit get slow for you for a while. You don't have that going on. But anyway.
With a lease, you are expected to, at certain checkpoints, do I want to renew? Is this working for me? You shouldn't feel guilty. It is built into the agreement. And the other side can also choose not to renew. With a mortgage, you feel like if you don't stay there for a long time, did you really get your money's worth? Was it really worth it? The expectation is that you stay there for a long period of time. Reframing the way we look at jobs and make it more similar to how employers look at jobs would go a really long way.
Nah. You need to be building a goddamn foundation for yourself, because the reality is this: most of you that's going to watch these videos, you do not want to do no work. Because I have to tell you, one of the reasons why this kind of content is popular is based off the fact. Hold on a second, I'll turn my X off for now. Stream acting up. A lot of this shit has to do with the fact that women do not want to work, or do not want to have to do the same thing for a long period of time. Kind of like a child. That again, when you start looking at the similarities and the parallels between how women move, how women think, and so on and so forth and whatnot, and also certain behaviors, which is not being able to commit to something for a long time. That's another thing that makes you different as an adult, is your ability to say, okay, when I take on this situation, for example, let's say a credit card, let's say a bank account, these are all things that's going to take long-term care, attention. You're going to have to do things like certain kinds of maintenance to keep that going, right? And you're responsible for it long term. And the benefit is, let's say it's a credit card. Okay, if I take care of the credit card and I pay the credit card, the benefit is I will have built credit. I have funds. I have more resources available. And in a time of an emergency, in time of need, I always have this credit on this credit card versus not having it. But someone may have a perspective of, oh, well, you know, having the credit cards, another bill, and this and that is a scam, the interest rate, so on and so forth. But Me committing to the credit card, I have a long-term benefit, and that's kind of where you starting to see women, even in that clip right there, that woman's basically teaching you how to have short-term thinking or give short-term commitment. You know what I mean? And treating yourself as if, and also the results said you treating yourself like you're a way higher commodity than you actually are. All you watching, that can't be the case. I'm not saying it can't be the case. My issue was always, are you willing to work at it? Even with my content, you know, now that I feel more awake and whatnot, I'm out here trying to find myself. I'm out here trying to find enlightenment. You understand? And I'm understanding, okay, this is how my content could be better. This is how my performance could be better. This is how I can make y'all feel me. You see my snow bunnies in the background? I'm in snow bunny mode today. I got some sisters in there too. Don't worry about it. Hold on, what they say?
He's been stealthing women.
Stealthing?
Like taking the condom off while he's hitting it.
You talking about Umar? Umar, you out there stealthing? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Girls, make sure your vibrator and your taser are different color.
PSA. For all you girls out there with a bunch of freaking gadgets around your bed, expect a gadget. Got a vibrator and you got a taser and you got a mix. And they all shape the same. All right, so y'all broads is lazy. You can't commit. You know what I mean? And there's no long term thinking. That's my name is Six Paths Dice. I'm just a man who gave himself mad jobs. And one of my jobs is to help you improve your relationships to people, places, and things. Specifically to winning. Specifically to what you think right and wrong is. Your idea of right and wrong is to be refined on a daily basis based upon what is the most inconvenient truth and what is the most inconvenient course of action to take on a daily basis. Because that's how we wind up living a good life. For the most part, the women are getting where, y'all fucking up the formula for a good life. You now have no foundation. This is about to be such a scary world because these women are not going to be able to keep a roof over their goddamn head because most of them don't make no money. All right? Because everything's leading to, y'all really got to get with a guy. And at times, and when Kevin Samuels was alive, he talked about winter is coming. And he was able to see, okay, this is the trends, and this is probably not going to be getting any better. Gas is going to cost more and more money. Food will cost more and more money. The cost of rent will start going up more and more and more. I still remember back in 2021 when I was getting my first apartment. And again, I was a housing case manager. So I was always helping my kids get apartments. So I was able to see how much apartments costed. And a place that was around the corner from where I was living at the time, and I knew it wasn't no nice building. That shit went up from $1,000, like $900, $1,000 to $1,300, my nigga, $1,300. And what started happening was realty companies that were trying to recoup their losses changed the market. They made where people who were coming into the market start saying, all right, well, I'm going to charge $1,300 for my one bedroom too, despite what I'm paying on my loan. You know what I'm saying? Or despite the fact that I didn't experience any loss during the pandemic. But anyway, I said to say that these women do not have the keys to survival at all. They really have no survival skills. A lot of shit comes from no long-term thinking. That's not the goal of the channel. Long-term thinking. Hold on, is this Plug Talk?
Plug what?
I don't even understand how the fuck my Plug talks. It's Plug Talk. You have no long-term thinking. Like even to a point where now I'm going to get into the whole thing with Aisha Karen in a little bit, but we got to go through our journey. All right, I got a few things on Instagram we're going to get into, and I'm mad tired. I'm hella tired, y'all. But let me see what else we got here. You know what? Let's get into this.